Okay, let's give this a try. My name is Mandy, and I am 27 years old, and today is March 8th, 6th maybe, and I am having gastric bypass surgery in 2 weeks, on March 19th. And I have been scouring the internet to have as much information as possible about the whole process beforehand and afterhand, and I stumbled across YouTube, which had great video blogs from people in my age bracket who were recording their process and their thoughts and their feelings, and it really helped me. And I thought, why not give it a try for myself? I don't know if I'm going to publish these on the internet yet, or if they are just going to stay on my hard drive for my own remembrance of what this felt like and what this process was. But I do know that I want to document it and remember each step of the way. And to be honest, I wish I had started this a long time ago. So to kind of document my journey, about 2 years ago, last summer, 2 summers ago, I went to the eye doctor, and when they looked at my optic nerves, they saw that they were swollen, and so they referred me to a specialist, an eye specialist. And my appointment wasn't until the very end of the summer, so I really wasn't sure what was going on, but I knew that it had to be a big deal for the eye doctor to, forward me on to a specialist. And I was at work like maybe a month later, and all of a sudden I had like a big void up in the top of my vision, and knowing that I had this coming, it freaked me out. And I called the clinic here in town, and they got me in right away with the specialist. And at that time, I started on my way to be diagnosed with a condition called pseudotumor cerebri, or it's also known as intracranial hypertension. And to get there, I ended up having to see neurologists and get an MRI to rule out any brain tumors. And then I went and had a spinal tap, and that's when they found out that my spinal fluid pressure was higher than it normally should be. And what that means is that my brain makes spinal fluid like normal, but my body doesn't absorb it. So inside my spinal canal, pressure is building and building, and that's what caused my blind spot that day, and probably my migraines that I've been having for quite a while. So I was put on some glaucoma medication, and as far as I knew, my eyesight was okay then, but it turned out that it wasn't. So I would be on the medicine, and I went back this summer, and my eye doctor, she said that I had to have vision loss in my eyes due to the pressure, even though I've been on medication, and that it was time to get aggressive, and that if I didn't do something about this soon, that I would end up losing my vision. And my options were one of 3. And the first 2 weren't going to happen like immediately. It was down the road, but their seriousness really concerned me. And my number 1 option was to have a shunt put in to help drain the fluid off my brain, which does not sound enjoyable at all. And the second option was to have routine spinal taps, where they would drain the fluid off and have to do that as frequent as needed. And when I had my first spinal tap, I did not tolerate it well at all. I ended up having spinal migraines where the hole in your canal doesn't seal, and it leaks out your spinal fluid, and your brain actually sinks inside of your head, and it pushes on the nerves on your brains and causes these excruciating headaches, worse than I'd ever experienced before. So I knew that I didn't want to do that either. That was my second option. And the third option was to lose weight. That they don't know what causes this, but they do know that it happens in women who are in their 20s who are severely obese, like me. And that my screens, they were turned on. And that if I lose weight, there is a great chance that it will completely reverse this. And that I would get my vision back and what I've lost so far. And plus the added benefit of losing weight. My family has lots of history for obesity. My mom had gastric bypass surgery. We were talking about it today, either in 2000 or 2001. We can't really remember, it's been so long now, but she lost 120 pounds, I think, with her surgery initially. Now, she's put a little bit of that back on, but it has been very successful for her. And based on that, after some thinking, I mean, it wasn't like immediately I knew that that was the route I was going to go with. My dad's side of the family has diabetes. All my grandparents have had heart issues, heart attacks, or congenital heart failure. And I knew that I was a ticking time bomb like I am. I've been overweight since I was very young. I can remember being in 3rd grade and being the heaviest girl in my class. I always, though, had this great self-confidence and attitude because my parents did such a great job with me and really taught me that I was great just the way I was. And I didn't start dieting until after high school. And even in high school, I think at graduation I was probably about a size 16 or 18. But like I said, I was very active. I did dance, I was in the marching band, all that good sort of stuff. And after high school, that's when I really started dieting, and I would lose weight and then gain it back plus more, which is very typical. I am sure most of you can relate. And I eat when I'm bored, I eat when I'm sad, I eat when I'm happy, and I have now realized that that is my pattern, especially rejection. I've had a couple of serious relationships, and when those have ended, instead of getting angry for being rejected, I almost kind of punished myself by eating. And it's obviously still not easy for me to talk about, but I know that I'm on my journey and it's better because 2 months ago I couldn't have even said the words, let alone said it without tears streaming down my face. So this journey has not been easy for me. I have ended up going through quite a bit of depression, and I've been reassured by my doctors that this is normal and that it's nothing to be ashamed of, but I never really understood the social stigma or really understood it until I started battling it. And so ultimately I have gone on an antidepressant for probably about the last month, and I started seeing counseling that my job covers, my insurance covers, and it has made a world of difference. I think that anybody doing this process needs to seek out counseling. I think everybody deals with their issues in their own ways, but the way I deal with it makes it so everybody can see it. I eat, and therefore I put on weight. So I know that gastric bypass is going to help my eyes, that condition. But I know that I have to do the work for the rest of it. So I'm doing it. And that makes it hard. But so worth it, because I know in the end I will be stronger for it. And this will be my solution. I know that this is a short-term thing, my surgery, and that I am the keeper of my future, and that I have to do the work, that this isn't the easy way out, and that it's a long road, that this is never over, that once I reach my goal weight, actually that's probably when the real work will begin. I know that I have a time limit, so I'm probably going to stop here and go on another video maybe, I don't know if today, but another time, and kind of talk about my process to getting approved and kind of where I am. So if this goes online, this is exciting, and if not, then it's at least for my own documentation.